Butternut squash is a popular winter squash found in grocery stores in early fall and winter. It has a sweet, nutty flavor with a bright orange flesh that is moist and dense in texture. Butternut squash has an elongated pear shape that resembles a large nut. The rind or skin is dull to creamy tan, thin and edible. One of the reasons why butternut squash is so popular is because it is so versatile. It can be roasted, steamed, cooked in the microwave, baked in the oven, or grilled. There are limitless opportunities to use the tasty vegetable. You can use it in casseroles, soups and stews, pasta, and ravioli, served as a side dish alone or used in baked goods such as cakes, muffins, and pies. Squash with a uniform color throughout and avoid those with bruising, soft spots, or cuts. Choose a squash that feels heavy for its size, as this indicates that it will have more flesh inside of it. You can also use the knock test when selecting your squash. Simply knock on the side of the squash. If it sounds hollow, it is ripe and ready to use. However, if it has a dull sound, it may not be ripe or has begun to spoil. Store unwashed butternut squash in a cool 50 to 55 Fahrenheit, dark, dry location with good airflow. Do not stack or store the squash directly on the floor. If storing them on the floor, place them on a porous surface such as a piece of cardboard or wood. Do not store them with other fruits and vegetables such as apples, pears, or potatoes, because these foods release ethylene gas during the ripening process, which may shorten the life of your squash. When storing produce items long-term, remember to check on them and inspect them for mold or soft spots. When stored under the ideal conditions, butternut squash can be stored for 2 to 3 months. However, you will need to inspect the squash frequently for mold or soft spots. Do not store whole butternut squash in the refrigerator, as the cold, moist temperatures will impact its texture, causing it to become mealy and stringy. Wash under cold running water before using. If needed, you can use a vegetable brush to remove any soil. However, generally, rubbing with your fingers works best. Do not use soap when cleaning because the chemicals can be absorbed into squash and make you sick. Butternut squash freezes well. After washing, cut and remove the seeds. You will want to cut it based on how you intended to use it once it thaws. Do you want it to be sliced, cubed, or pureed? Whichever form you want the squash to be thawed in will guide you in whether you cook the squash. Remember, cooking it before freezing is a must, as it will help preserve its color, flavor, and texture. After it has been cooked, allow it to cool and place it in a freezer-safe zip-top bag, removing as much air as possible before sealing it closed. Laying the bag flat when freezing will help it to freeze more quickly, make it easier to stack, and thaw more quickly when ready to use. Always label and date your bags of squash before freezing, and for best quality, use within 8 to 12 months. Now that you know how to select, store, and freeze butternut squash, head to eatmovesafe.org to find a recipe featuring this delicious vegetable.
Eat, Move, Save.